of our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous light, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets
Good evening, race fans, and welcome to the United Dirt Sim Series Silver 305s, getting ready to take the stage here at Knoxville, Iowa. You know, Knoxville Raceway, what more can you say about this place? Everybody wants to win here. Over, what is it now, 60, 70 years of competition held at this track, and every big name that you have ever heard of has won here at one time or another. Now, we just came off of the 410 Elite Series, where the bounty for the bounty on Brickley 40 was run. And Brickley, how did that turn out for you?
Oh, it was pretty good for a long time. Just didn't have enough fuel to make it to the end, unfortunately. Had to conserve, but led a lot of laps, learned a lot. So I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. I'll take a third place to the first and second place guys, so I guess I can't really complain. And we had 60 cars, so that's definitely another plus. And looking at the list right now, we got 40, looks like 46 drivers. 41 have taken a time tonight, so that's also another awesome thing. I think that's another record for this class. So it's definitely looking good here for UDSS.
Yeah, it seems like each week we get better and better competition in this Silver Series, and as it continues to grow, we really hope to see more and more talent come out of this series moving into our Gold Series. For those that are new to this, just joining us for the first time tonight, our Silver Series is run sort of like a Rookie of the Year series. It's a fixed setup, and all these drivers are racing for 3 transfer spots into the Gold Series tomorrow night. And they're also racing for a points championship in this series. But with that, looks like we're ready to go over to heat number 1. Billy, you got our lineup ready?
Yeah, give it just a second here to switch over for me, and here we go. So it looks like starting on the front row, and first you're going to have Tyler Baker. On the outside of him, you're going to have Alex Hanna. Row 2, you have Dustin Sargent and Carl Deach. Row 3, Tyler Street, Devin Patterson. Row 4, Will Sargent and Emmett Waldron on the outside. Row 5, Brandon Smith and Timothy Brantley. Row 6, Jason Kratke and Mike Miracle, who knows. And that'll round it out there. Probably butchered half of that field's names, but maybe eventually we'll get it right here. Looks like 12 guys will start, and I believe top 4 will advance there, Darren.
Yeah, we're going to have 4 going on to the A main feature, and from there it'll break down into the B and C main.
All right, so 4 guys out of 12, they're definitely going to have the work cut out for them. Looks like 11 took to the track, though, so we'll see what they can do here. Alex Hanna outside front row. He's been showing pretty strong in these 305s lately. Tyler Street as well. He didn't get quite the qualifying run I think he wanted, so wasn't able to get in the invert, starting 5th. And then you got Carl Deach. Don't believe we've ever seen him here. He qualified top guy tonight. So a couple new names, couple regulars in his first heat. Be interesting to see who gets it. First heat's always a doozy too, because track's still real fresh. You know, with these 305s, just don't have the horsepower. So be interesting to see who can hold the bottom the best and not make a mistake.
Well, the one good thing the drivers have working for them here is the sweeping corners of Knoxville Raceway allow you to carry a lot of speed. So I think it'll turn into 2 lanes a little faster than we're really expecting it to.
Yeah, it looked like it slicked off a lot in practice, so be interesting to see how much it does change. Looks like pace car's in, coming down to green. Pretty good start so far. Alex Hanna takes a wide line. It's going to let 3rd place get underneath him. That's Dustin Sargent. Sargent's going to try to look for 2nd. Tyler Street's already making moves. He's on the inside of Carl. Hanna's still on the outside. Single file, 1st, 2nd. Hanna's going to get in there. He's going to join the train, go 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Tyler Street's going to look underneath Hanna if he can get the run, but he catches the berm. We got one spinning in the back. Got Baker, Sargent, Hanna, your top 3. Street's going to move into 4th. That bumps Carl out of a transfer spot. That's your quick time tonight. Sargent's going to look high. I don't know if that's the move to make, but he's got breathing room from Street. Street just keeps bouncing that berm.
Yeah, it's opened the door for Deach. Looks like he's reeled in Street almost immediately, and he'll be looking to the inside of him out of a corner.
Ooh, yeah, he definitely got it right there. Street hit the berm again. Street, I don't know if he can't see the berm quite yet or what, but he's hit it almost every single corner. And while we were watching that, Alex Hanna gets the lead. He's going to move into 1st. That's going to bump Baker back to 3rd now. Sargent gets underneath him.
Baker got stuck on the outside. He's not having a good go of it now.
Yeah, it's like we said, you get to the bottom here. That's the place you need. If you make a mistake like Sargent just made there, that might let Baker back in. Sargent's going to make the block. He's going to get it. Hanna's starting to pull away to a comfortable lead now. Street's looking back on Deach again, see if he can make the run here.
Looks like Deach got a little piece of that inside berm there because he shot all the way out to that outside wall.
Yeah, he thought he was going to hit the wall there coming down the front stretch, but able to hold it back together. Street doesn't look like he has much for him. Deach is starting to get a run on Baker now. Baker's trying to make another row spot here.
This top 5 has really broken away from the rest of the pack.
Yeah, they definitely have. Almost quite a few regulars. Like I said, Deach, I think, is the only one that's not a regular that's ran with us before. Hanna's got one to go here coming to the flag stand. Sargent's going to try to make a move. I don't think he's going to have anything, though. And don't look now. Tyler Street's coming. Ooh, almost got into the back of Deach. He's going to look on the outside of Deach. This is for your final transfer spot. Coming to the checker. Street's going to look to cut underneath. Deach blocks it. Can't do it. Street's up on the berm. He's not going to get it. Alex Hanna is going to be your winner, followed by Sargent, Baker, and Carl Deach, your top 4 going in the A main. I believe Alex Hanna is locked into the gold. Is he, if I'm right, Darren?
Yeah, Hanna's locked into the gold already.
Yeah, so he's looking for points right now. I know he told me earlier this is his main focus right now is the 305 Silvers. It's one of my teammates, so he's definitely got it focused on and must have been practicing quite a bit because he's looking good so far. All right, heat number 2, starting on the pole, you're going to have Chris Jones on the inside. Outside of him, you're going to have Anthony Goyette. Row 3, you're going to have Mr. Billy Idol himself, Billy Bowerman. Outside of him, you're going to have Cameron Hennigan. Row 3, Ron Meister and Donald Depew. Row 4, Kenneth Hefner and Scott Paw. Row 5, Mr. Davenport Dart, Dave Ward. And on the outside of him, Don Adamsick. Row 6, Corey Wentzel is not here, and I believe Matthew O'Brien, if either one of those made the call, does not look like it. So no row 6 for tonight. So only 10 cars in this heat, still top 4 going to transfer.
Well, the track should widen out a little bit in this heat race, possibly see a few cars move off the bottom and start to carry the momentum on the cushion that's starting to form.
Yeah, you know, with these 305 Silvers, not to badmouth anybody, but these are lower I rating guys. They don't quite have the experience of somebody else. You're going to see them move up quicker, I think, than you will the gold drivers tomorrow. Uh, I was practicing with some of these guys the other day and was trying to show them that that bottom line is still there for a long time, and it just takes a little bit to get used to. Billy Bowerman's one I've been working with a lot, showing him the line to run, and we'll see what he's got. He's going to start inside row 2. You got Anthony Goyle on the outside. Chris Jones, he's been running with us all year. He's slowly improving quite a bit, and there's a few in the back that we might still see make a charge here at the end. Chris Jones, he's one of our Australian drivers all the way from down under coming to race with us.
And for those of you that have never made the trek up to Knoxville, it's definitely a place you'll see a lot of Aussie drivers.
That's what they say, Darren, but I've never been to Knoxville, so I do not know.
And I'm going to pick on you about that all night.
Yeah, green flag's out. Goyette does not get a very good start. Looked like he fell asleep a little bit there. Cameron Hennigan, I think that is, going to move to the outside of him. Bowerman moves on the inside of Goyette, moves up him to second.
Bowerman ran a perfect line through 1 and 2, and he's looking at the back end of Jones now.
Goyette just fed a hell of a right rear to Hennigan, and then somebody's into Hennigan back there in the back. We've got a massive pile up. Ron Meister's in it, Dave Ward's in it. You name it, they're in it. And we're still flipping. But by the way, there is no yellows in heat races, so we'll bring us back to the front here, top 4. You've got Jones, Bowerman, Goyette, and Depew, and Bowerman is sniffing Jones down. See if you can run this bottom like I've been teaching them all week to do. Just got a little bit in that slick.
He's getting that left rear just a little bit too high, not enough bite down there to really make anything of it.
Yeah, now he's going to lose that spot to Goyette if he doesn't be careful. Chris Jones, he's checking out. Like you said, he's the first one to move up high there. Got Bowerman, Goyette, Depew all right there next to each other. Like Billy would say, if he farts, you're going to smell it. They're so close. Bowerman's still going to run the bottom. Looks like Goyette's trying. He's got a little something for him. He just can't get it wound up on that high side. Here he goes. He's making a good run coming out of 4. He's going to have it this time. Let's see if Billy throws a slider. Oh, wow. Close racing, and they do touch a little bit there. That's going to drop Goyette back to 4th. Bowerman, Goyette.
Like there was any intent there. It just looked like
no, that was just
close racing.
That was definitely close, hard racing. Bowerman, Goyette are friends, so I'm sure they will be calling each other about that one after the race. Chris Jones is cruising out to a comfortable lead. Depew now is going to catch up on Bowerman, try to make a move on him. Bowerman is just trying to get that bottom to work, and he just can't quite get it there yet. He's starting to throw a little bit of a slider line there. He's coming off just a little too low.
This is one of the few tracks that the 305 you can actually run a slider line and make it work. You just have to make it happen early in the turn.
Yeah, I don't know that the track's quite there yet. Checkered flag waves. Chris Jones, your winner. Bowerman, Depew, Goyette, your top 4 going in. Dave Ward, though, he came from, I believe, 9th spot to 5th, so just 1 out. That'll put him up high in the B main. I think he'll be happy about that one. All right. Heat 2 is going to pull in. Heat 3 will be getting ready to come out for you. On the pole tonight for Heat 3, you're going to have Brandon Surratt and Tyler Matheny. Row 2, Hunter Crum. I think that is our points leader. On the inside, outside of him, Caleb Harmon. Row 3, Blaine Brink and Daniel Vaught. Row 4, Raymond Kimmel and Christopher Standridge. Row 5, William Seam and Byron McDonald. Row 6, you're going to have Gary Denton and Andrew Hansen. That should round out the field here for heat number 3. Top 4 move on. I haven't looked at the...
surprising seeing Hansen that far back in the
Hansen did not take a time, and he is not gritting up, so might be some troubles there with that car. Decided to not run. He is an admin for us, so he might just be admin in this race. Again, last 2 spots do not grid, so it looks like unless Gary Ditton or Andrew Hansen get in, it'll only be 10 cars again. Haven't looked at points, Darren. Let me see if I can find it here a second. I believe Hunter Crum is leading the points for the 305s right now.
Stand by. I'm actually trying to pull that up right now.
Yes, he is. Hunter Crum has got a decent gap. Looks like I can't do math, but
14 points.
yeah, Hunter Crum over Tyler Street, and then Alex Hanna in third. That is counting the 2 drop weeks that I have. So with the 2 drop weeks taken out, it's Crum, Street, and Hanna top 3. So Hanna already going to be starting on the pole of the feature. Hunter Crum, he's had some rough weeks here the last couple weeks, so he'd like to. I think he'd like to have a good start to this race here tonight.
Yeah, he had a real tough break last week. Made it up into the A, and just ended up tangled on a first lap crash, and that pretty much ended his night.
Yeah, I think last 2 weeks he's had to come out of the consies to get to the feature, and they've not gone his way. So I believe those were his 2 drop weeks he's already used. So he does not want to have to do that anymore this season, because Tyler Street and Alex Hanna are not letting off the gas pedal. Couple decent guys in here. Caleb Harmon, Blaine Brink, he's really improving. Brandon Surratt, he ran with us last week. I think this is his 2nd week with us. He's been proven to be pretty fast as well. Pace car's in. Green flag is going to wave here in a second. There it is, and they're off. A little bit of a slow start. A couple guys trying to move around early. Hunter Crum does not get a very good start. That's going to let Caleb Harmon move into third, as well as, I'm not sure who's on the outside, Daniel Vaught. He's going to get around Hunter Crum. If anybody can work that bottom in this race, I believe it's Hunter Crum, though. Crum chooses to go to the outside, though. He's going to be in 5th spot. He's got 1 spot to move to get himself locked into the A tonight. Tyler Matheny got the lead. Brandon Surratt's going to start to look on the outside. Matheny thought about throwing a slider there. Not going to work. He's probably going to wish he did, because Surratt's going to go by him on the outside. Give Surratt the lead. Matheny, though, he throws it in there. Whoa, gets way sideways. He's going to lose 2 spots for that. Harmon's going to go on the outside of him as well.
Here comes Hunter Crum working the inside. He's looking at that 4th spot now.
Yep, Crum's going to work it. Watch him to come down on that bottom. He's getting a little loose as well. Blaine Brink's going to get around Crum. Crum's going to work that bottom. If he can get it going, he will blow by these guys if he can make it work. It's just not working yet. Harmon's still in third. Matheny's going to get 2nd back. Crum's going to fall back to 7th, or 6th as now, sorry. Oh, Blaine Brink and Vaught get tangled up. That's going to move Crum into 4th. Crum's given a gift. He's going to need to take it and run with it.
A decent run finally.
Yeah,
He's
and
been struggling quite a bit.
somebody, oh, Blaine Brink is wrecked. He just got hammered. Not sure what that was about, but tough break for Blaine Brink. He was having a good run there, and just, you get caught up in some bad stuff, and sometimes it never ends. Yeah, Standard's going to move up into 5th. He's now 1st man sitting out. He's going to have his work cut out, though, if he's going to take it from Hunter Crum. Surratt's going to pull out to comfortable lead. Oh, Matheny gets loose, coming on the exit of 2. Able to hold on from Crum, though. Crum's knocking on the door, saying, let me in. Top side's definitely working pretty good right now. Just single file. Nobody's trying to make any real moves. Top 4, I think they're just going to say, hey, we're in. Let's just ride. Let's not do anything stupid to mess this up. And that's it. Checkered flag. Surratt's going to be your winner, followed by Harmon, Matheny, and Hunter Crum. Your final 4 is transfer. Christopher Stange with a nice move to come up through the field. That'll bring us to, I believe, heat number 4. And
Doing a preliminary scan over this lineup. This is one loaded heat race as far as talent in the 305 Silvers.
yeah, a lot of regulars in our series. Starting on the pole, you got Aaron Gertz and Tyler Klaus. Row 2, you're going to have Steve Mueller, which is Mason Mueller, or Mier. That's how he tells it. He told me that. Aiden Berlin on the outside of him. Let's see, my grid does not want to keep up with me. Row 3, you're going to have Rodney Shockley and Andrew Holmes. Row 4, you're going to have Jack Hitt and Richard Shockley. Row 5, Adam Filburn and Mark Bradshaw. And row 6, rounding out, you're going to have Joe Dowd all by himself in the back. Yeah, you got so Klaus, Mier, and Berlin are all team drivers, second, third, fourth. So see if they work together. Gerwitz, he's been running good as of late as well. So definitely got some decent crew here. Jack Hitt, he's been running pretty good recently as well. So he's fallen out a little bit, but look for him to come back on strong here, starting from that 7th spot.
Looks like Berlin's rolling around with a newer paint scheme this time out.
Yeah, I believe he joined Mier and Klaus. See, they changed their team name. Let me see what it's called. Oh, Riot Sim Racing is their name now. I believe they're all on the same team, if I'm correct. I may be wrong on that. If I am, sorry. But yeah, he does not have his car's paint scheme on right now, so a little different view for him right now. See, a couple guys got the wings parked in the trunk already, so that'll be interesting to see how that works out for him. Pace cars in to bring it down here, double file, waiting for the flag man to throw the green flag. There it is, another great start. Tyler Klaus with a good run on the outside on Gerwitz. He was ready for that one for sure. Mason Mier, he's going to make a slider. It does not work. He's going to get into Gerwitz. Gerwitz is still able to collect it together. Berlin looks down the inside. Oh, Jack Hitt just plowed the inside wall. That one's going to hurt tomorrow for sure. Got a battle.
If he has a high-end force feedback wheel, he's feeling that already.
Yeah, I think he might not have any.
My wrist hurts to see that.
Yeah, I think he might have broke his wrist on that one for sure. And we've got a massive battle for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Rodney Shockley leaning in Gerwitz. Gerwitz is just getting pushed all over. He's not going to be happy about this one, but see if he can make a comeback here on the outside. Shockley's going to run the bottom. He's going to get in the slick. That's going to give Gerwitz a run. Shockley's going to push him out again. Close battle here for the final transfer spot. Aiden Berlin starting to fall back. Oh, and Rodney Shockley, I don't know what happened there. He just, like he blew the motor up. That's going to give, hold on, that's going to give Gerwitz 4th spot. So now the top 4 pretty comfortable. Not sure what happened to Shockley there, but that's interesting. Running for the transfer, just pulled it off. Gerwitz now looking on the outside of Berlin. That's a big move there. Berlin's usually pretty good. Berlin's going to throw a slider to see if Gerwitz cuts underneath. He does not. Meanwhile, Tyler Klaus says, see you guys later. I got stuff to do tonight. Berlin and Gerwitz still battling out here for 4th, or for 3rd, sorry. Hopefully they don't take each other out. They're all in the A main as currently. They've got nobody behind him. Joe Dowd in 5th, but he's way back there. Still pretty calm. Everybody through the field's kind of single filed right now. Nobody's even trying to bottom anymore. Gerwitz going to get a little bit of run on Berlin here. Just still don't think he can do it. Berlin's going to test the bottom, run the slider line. That might not be a bad line to run right now. And checkered flag will fall for Tyler Klaus. Big win for him. Mason Mier, Aiden Berlin, and Aaron Gerwitz, your top 4 going into the feature. That should bring up our C main, correct, Aaron?
Yep, moving into the C main, 10 laps. And looks like we're going to have 17 cars scheduled to start the C.
17
transferring.
17 cars, top 4 transfer. Any word down there on if they're going to do a track resurface, or are we going to let this one go? Have you heard yet?
Haven't heard anything yet. I'd have to say the track is actually in pretty good shape. There's a lot of room out there to still race.
I would have to agree with you. All right, so let's get your C-main grid up here. Starting on the pole, you're going to have William Seam on the inside. We just raced with him the other day. He's a pretty good racer, fairly new to iRacing, so good to see him come out and run with us. Outside, Adam Philburn. Row 2, Will Sargent and Scott Paw. Row 3, Byron McDonald and Richard Shockley. Row 4, Jason Kratke and Ron Meister. Row 5, Raymond Kimmel and Rodney Shockley. Row 6, Devin Patterson and Corey Wenzel, which I believe that should be it. These rest of these guys, Jack Hitt's going to grid up, and Andrew Hansen are going to make the call. So got a few of them in there in the back 2 or 3 rows that did not make the call. Get you an official number here in just a second. It looks like 12 cars are going to make the call here. So have 12 in your C main, 10 laps. Top 4 are going to move on. It's plenty of time in a 305. These 305s feel like you're driving your Cadillac down the highway here at Knoxville. So it gets a little boring sometimes. I know at USA, Darren, I was starting to fall asleep, I think, running that race. I think Darren might have fell asleep as well.
Oh, still here. I have to say, USA, even with the additional speed of it being a 3/4 mile track, it's still one of those you kick back, just drive the car. Try not to get in a hurry.
Yeah, 40 laps was a lot at USA. I was watching.
Thankful for it at least.
Yeah, I was watching TV, YouTube. You know, it's kickback. No, not that bad, but it was. It definitely got a little boring after a while. I think we went green flag for 40 laps, so that was definitely an interesting race. All right, pace cars in here. Got a couple blinkers. Let's get off of them so our camera don't mess up. Coming to green. Couple tried to jump that start. Slow start still. Everybody seemed to get sorted out. We got a couple in the back getting bunched up, 3 wide, couple getting hit, somebody driving through another. We're going to have one guy that's going to be very unfortunate in that one, and I believe that is Jason. Don't quote me on that. Richard Shockley. And they're going to throw the yellow. So we will get a yellow.
Couple cars that got together pretty severely there in turn 3, so that's going to bring out the yellow and shorten this race a little bit.
Yeah, let's see if we can take a look at this one here. I missed the second pileup. I just seen the first one. See if we can see what happened. Yeah, it looks like here we go. It looks like your top. I believe the 18 here and the 97 are going to get together. That's your 3rd and 4th place guy, your transfers. 3rd place guy just drove it in there really hard and just destroyed the 97. I don't know if he knew he was out there. What happened? It almost looks like he broke something. Kind of odd. Definitely strange.
There is one guy that is really benefiting from this right now, and that's Jack Hitt. He is all the way up to 4th place now.
Yeah, what a move by Jack. You know, apparently his wrists were not broken. That's a good sight. He'll definitely be happy with that one. Like I said, he's been real strong as late. I think he might have been a hard charger last week. I want to say he moved through the field a lot last week. So watch for him. Tough break. He's in the C. Let's see if he can get out of here, get into the B, and make some moves in the B as well. I believe it was Rodney Shockley or Richard Shockley, one of the two that got wrecked in turn 1 and 2 there. Tough break for him. And then we had the pile up there in turn 2, as you saw, 3rd and 4th place battle. That's kind of a tough break for both of those guys. Looks like one of them.
Lights are out on the pace truck.
Yeah, it looks like Richard Shockley. He is not going to come back out. He is done for the night. So, yeah, tough break for him running in 4th. Lights out. Single file him up here. Sargent definitely has an internet problem. That's a big old gap we got here. They kind of cleaned it up, not bad. Oh, and speaking of Will Sargent, he's going to jump the gun on that one. Oh, and Jack Hitt's going to get tough break again. We got another pile up. Ron Meister's going to move into 3rd. Hitt's going to fall to 4th. Sargent gets collected with the 18 against Scott Paul. Paul's just having all kinds of bad luck right now in the C main. So Ron Meister's going to move into 4th. Sorry, I said Will Sargent was in that wreck. He was not. He's still in 3rd. That moves Jack Hitt out in 4th, though. He's the first man sitting out. See if he can make a run on Ron here. William Seam, he's going to come out to the early lead, followed by Patterson and Sargent. They kind of have an easy gap between all of them. Same with Meister. Got 4 laps to go. Hitt's trying to make his move. He just can't gain on him.
Now, if any time would be The time for these guys to start looking at that slider line.
Yeah, Jack hit. He went way high in 3 and 4. Still, they're just kind of riding. Yeah, I agree with you, Darren. I would be trying to make some moves here, do something different.
Anybody that's watched a lot of laps here at Knoxville knows that some of the time taking some of the corner out by running a slider line early on can really gain you some ground if you're trying to run somebody down.
Yeah, I ran the slider line in that 410 race and just checked out in the feature for the first 20 laps. But yeah, just didn't have enough fuel. So the slider line's definitely placed here at Knoxville. It's the line you want, but it's not an easy one to run because you have to get down next to that berm in the infield there, and if you touch it, it's bad news from there on.
Yeah, if you touch it, you kill all your momentum. There's a good chance you're doing a wheel stand all the way into the fence.
Yeah, looks like your top 4 is not going to change. This checker flag ways. William Seam's going to win your C main, followed by Patterson, Sargent, and Ron Meister. Your top 4 moving into the B tonight. Tough break for Jack Hitt there. He just had a tough night. Was up in the transfer spot. Not sure what happened. Looked like he got in the back of somebody, maybe got a little squirrel on the start, went up in the infield, and you just can't recover in these 305s when that happens. Let's see. We get the B main switched over here in a minute. We'll get your starting grid. There we go. All right, starting row 1 on the pole. Tyler Street, second man of points, so he's definitely going to want to get out of this B main tonight. On the outside of him, you're going to have Dave Ward. Row 2 going to be Christopher Standridge and Joe Dowd. Row 3, Timothy Brantley and Kenneth Hefner. Row 4, Daniel Vaught and Andrew Holmes. Row 5, Emmett Waldron and Don Adamsink. Row 6, Blaine Brink and Mark Bradshaw. Row 7, you're going to have Brandon Smith and Cameron Hennigan. Row 8, you're going to have your C main transfers, William Seam and Devin Patterson. Row 9, Will Sargent and Ron Meister. You're going to round out your field here tonight. 10 laps. How many transfer, Darren? 8?
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have 8 guys transferring on to the A main.
All right, top 8 are going to go. Everybody's going to grid up. We've got 18 cars, so 10 of these guys are going to go home, pack it up, put it in the trailer, and watch from the beer tent, which probably isn't always a bad thing either. If I was them, I'd probably go across the street to Dingus, have a couple drinks, hang out. I do know what Dingus is, even though I don't come here.
Dingus Lounge, home of the famous autographed walls.
Yeah.
You can spend hours there just trying to search down driver signatures, car owner signatures, all kinds of stuff on those walls.
I think it's safe to say world famous Dingus Lounge. So.
Oh, definitely world famous.
Maybe I'll have to go there and put my name on the wall one of these days.
Yeah, I'm going to have to put you together a list of, things to do, things to see while you're in Knoxville for the Nationals this year.
Oh, there can't be that much to see in Knoxville, is there?
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Yeah, I've been hounded for years. I have to come to Knoxville. I've had tickets. It's a long 3-hour drive for me to go.
You have to check out our sponsor, Design Metal Art. They're right outside the backstretch, right across the street.
Definitely will have to do that for sure. Pace trucks in. Start your B main here. Bunching up quite a bit. Let's see if we can get a decent start from that.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's not done yet. They're still piling up back here.
Yeah, let's have another shot at that one.
Yeah, that was a... And they're still not done. They're going to beat and bang a little bit more. We definitely need to clean that start up, but that was an interesting one to say the least. See if we can settle them down. Kind of sucks to not be able to, or to have a caution in your consies because unfortunately iRacing quite hasn't figured out the bugs in not counting yellow laps. So we don't like to throw the yellows, but sometimes you get starts like that, you just got to do it. This will take away their laps, but...
Well, the good thing is I did see that iRacing is finally acknowledging that there is an issue with that function.
Yeah, I heard they pulled it back out of the system, actually. I don't even think you can use it right now. From what I was hearing today, I don't know if that's completely true or not, but...
that's what I was reading, at least.
Yeah, hopefully they can get that taken care of.
Well, third time's a charm, right?
That's what they say. We'll see if that's true. iRacing does a lot of great things, though, so we won't badmouth them too bad. But yeah, it'd be nice if we can get that. It'll make the racing better. We won't have to run 40 lap features, and I won't run out of fuel no more. Looks like Tyler Street, Dave Ward, Joe Dowd, Christopher Standridge, Kenneth Hefner, Timothy Brantley, Daniel Vault, and Emmett Walden, your top 8 transferring on right now. Blaine Brink, your first man, sitting out, followed by Brandon Smith in 10th. Looks like the first guy, William Seam, he's up to 12th. That's one of your C-main guys. Keep an eye on him to come up through the field here. He's got 4 more spots to go, and I believe he's going to have 6 laps. Looks like we're going to have 6 to go when they take the green here, coming out of 4.
And just a quick mention before we go back to green, looks like we do have confirmation what happened with Shockley there in that 4th heat. Looks like he had a game crash, so might as well have been a motor blowing up.
Yeah, I think that's the equivalent to a motor blow. As far as I know, I'm the only one that knows I can blow a motor because I've seen it happen to me, but that's about the same. Tyler Street, though, gets a great start on Dave Ward. Tyler says, see you later, guys. I'm out of here. After that, they're going to kind of single file. Let's go back to your transfer. 8th place, Emmett Vaughn right now. He's going to have a mirror full of Blaine Brink. Blaine is going to go to the outside. Vaughn's going to go to the inside, though, of Waldron. Vaughn's going to get 6th place, so that moves, I believe, Emmett Waldron into 8th, if I'm correct. No, Daniel Vault. So Emmett Waldron moves into 7th, and Vault goes to 8th. Now Blaine Brink's going to look on Vault. Brink's going to look down low. Not quite sure he can get it yet, no. I have a 4-car battle here for, looks like 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Oh, Brink gets way loose. That's not going to help him at all.
That berm and paid for it.
Yeah, that's not going to help him. He's going to move way back. That's going to give Vault a comfortable lead. He says, I'm going to make a move on Brantley here. Wants to give himself a little bit of a cushion. Brantley pushes way high. Gathers it together, though. Gets a good run coming back down. William Seam, he's in 12th, looking on number 11th place. Brandon Smith, I believe that is. Still not able to move up.
All over the back of Daniel Vault now.
Yeah, Blaine closed it in here. Got himself gathered in a little bit. Says, all right, let's go. Going to get a good run off the bottom. Oh, Vault and Brantley get together. That might cause problems. And Brantley says, get off. And he does. Oh, we've got a crash. Who all is involved?
How did they save that?
I don't know how that happened, but Blaine Brink will get into 8th. That moves William Seam up to 9th out of the C main. He's got 1 more spot to go. Brandon Smith's all over the back of him. William's going to try to block that. Brink's going to look down again low, though. Brink's looking low on Brantley. He wants a comfortable spot. Brantley's going to fall out to 8th. Brantley does not look comfortable with that car right now. Oh, and sorry, that was the checkered. Yeah. So Street, Ward, Dowd, Standridge, Hefner did not get it all. But it looked like Blaine Brink was your last one to transfer in there.
Actually, it was
or Brantley. Sorry, yeah. Brink got Brantley right there at the end. Oh, well, we got time here. You mentioned Design Metal Art, one of our sponsors here for the series. Also got Jessup Logistics, Sofa King Fast Sim Sports, Pushing the Cushion Productions, bringing you this fine broadcast this evening. Speed World Hobbies, and Works Graphics for all your car paint needs. They paint a lot of the cars in the field you see tonight, and all of our cars, almost all the cars in the field. So if you ever need a paint job, check them out as well. Darren, any thoughts here before we get into the feature tonight? They got 1 minute left to warm up.
I'm just trying to get my eyes on who all is making laps around the speedway. Looks like Chris Jones is looking really good out there right now.
Yeah,
He's
Dustin.
kind of sorting out his line.
Looks like Dustin Sargent's going to go to the top of the field here. Lost my screen there for a second.
Yeah, I've actually got Emmett Waldron all the way up at the top.
Yeah, I believe he just ran in that B main, so it might have helped to run the B to get a little use. Alex Hayne is going to move up to 2nd. Alex working that bottom.
These guys are looking at a great racetrack for 2 lanes of action.
Yeah, whoever can work that bottom and the slider line is going to be the one. Caleb Harmon now, he's going to move to the top of the leaderboard. Well, top of the speed charts anyways. Hannah, you see him right there. He's throwing a slider line, getting it all worked out. That's going to be what he needs. Yeah, he's going to run it again. He's definitely got that slider line hooked up, but Chris Jones is running with him here on the field or on the track, so.
Looks like Caleb Harmon's going to turn in the fastest lap of warm-ups there.
Yeah, Harmon, Waldron, Sargent, Depew. Well, Berlin moved up to 4th right there and puts Depew 5th, Surratt 6th, Hannah 7th. Definitely some different names we don't see in the top there. Be interesting to see how it shakes out here in this feature. So that'll end the warm-up session. Got your feature grid here. Got 40 laps tonight. I do believe we have to have 2 cautions no matter what because of fuel issues. So we'll make sure we keep an eye on that, Darren. Looks like starting on the front row, you're going to have Alex Hannah and Chris Jones are your 2 bringing them down to the green flag tonight. Row 2, Brandon Surratt and Tyler Klaus. Row 3, Dustin Sargent and Billy Bowerman. Row 4, Caleb Harmon and Mason Mier. I always forget that when I see his name. Row 5, Tyler Baker and Donald Depew. Row 6, Tyler Matheny and Aiden Berlin. Row 7, Carl Deitch and Anthony Goyette. Row 8, Hunter Crum all the way in 15th. Got his work cut out again. And Aaron Gerwitz. Row 9, Tyler Street and Dave Ward. Row 10, Joe Dowd and Christopher Standridge. Row 11, Kenneth Hefner and Emmett Waldron. And row 12, Blaine Brink and Timothy Brantley. Your 24 cars tonight, 40 laps. Going to be an interesting one. I don't think 2 cautions will probably be a problem tonight. These guys, the action we've seen so far, I think they should get some green flags as the race gets on. Everybody will get settled down and strung out a little bit. It shouldn't be an issue. I think we only had 1 caution in our 410 race, so that's pretty good as well.
I'd almost forgotten about this, but Tyler Klaus is actually serving a penalty, so
that is correct.
It'll be interesting to see what he can do from the back of the field. He is definitely a talented young driver.
Yeah, how many EOLs does he have to serve? I believe. I can't remember.
Stand by. Looks like this one and 1 more.
Yeah, so 2-week EOL just for a bad deal, but no fault really to anyone. He's a good young kid. He's got a big head on his shoulders. He'll be able to come back from that. We talked to him, and I've actually been working with him and Mason Mir this week on some driving techniques. So we'll watch him come through the field here. I ran with him the other night as well in another race, and he looked real racy. So he'll be one to watch here late in the race, see where he's at. And we are green. Start of your.
Chris Jones got a great jump.
Yeah, Jones got an excellent start. Not sure if Hannah was sleeping or what happened there, but he got a great start. Billy Bowerman, he's going to move into second on the outside. Hannah's still stuck on the bottom. Jones, Bowerman,
really
Hannah.
Wants to get up top.
Yeah, he definitely does. Who is that looking below him? I believe that is, not sure, Brandon Surratt. Surratt's looking low. He gets loose. Jones gets loose. Bowerman closes the door on Jones. Bowerman's going to look high. Will he cross it over? And we've got a yellow already. Wow, we had some good racing in the top 5 right there. Surratt was up to second at one point. I think he's running 5th now. So the top 5 guys are definitely changing
something
up.
About this track, it always produces good racing like this.
Yeah, let's see if we can find a replay there. I see Dave Ward was caught up in something. Let's see if we can find it.
Like Ward suffers from the owner's curse.
Yeah, he is the league owner here of UDSS, and he has not had any good luck here lately. He spends a lot of time, though, getting everything ready for us and our league and making sure everything moves smoothly, so he doesn't get a lot of time to practice. And yeah, he just got loose there, come down the track. Not sure who he got into. It's like might be Joe Dowd. He's also an unlucky recipient, but both cars look to be okay, so I don't think no harm, no foul there. They'll tag the back of the field and keep going. Tyler Klaus, let's just check on him, see where he's at. Yeah, he's in 19th right now, so he's only picked up a couple spots, but we're only 4 laps in as well. I tell you what, Billy Bowerman is a big surprise right here. He's been struggling lately. He's been putting a lot of time, though.
I think the key for Bowerman is going to be just to kind of hold where he's at and wait for a mistake from Jones. I think if he tries to force the issue, it's not going to end well for him.
Yeah, if I could, I don't know if I can yell loud enough from up here, but if I could tell him, I'd be screaming, "Run the high side, run the high side." So you probably can't see me all the way up here, but if you could, I'm waving my arms. But he's gonna have a mirror full of Alex Hanna, that's for sure. Teammates there at Sofa King Fast Sim Sports. But it'll be interesting to see what happens. Chris Jones, leading the field right here. He's been running with us all season. It's good to see him out front leading. Pace guard's gonna duck in. Start is on Chris, so it's whenever he decides to go. There it is. Chris gets a good start. Alex Hanna gets a way better start this time. As you see, they all go to the top. Alex Hanna's going to cut down low. See if he gets a run here. Just can't quite close the gap. He's going to run the bottom again. Yeah, there you go. He finally got that bottom to work like he needed to, and you can see how much faster it was than Bowerman. Going to be interesting to see if Hanna can do that and move up into first place now. Oh, Bowerman, though, gets him back.
It's going to be a very long way around the top now.
Yeah, Bowerman's still able to hang right there with him, though, so looks like the top and bottom are pretty even. Hanna looked like he wanted to throw a slider line there and realized, yeah, it's not there yet. Caleb Harmon looked back in the field here. He got in the back of the number 80 car. That is Donald Depew, and Donald Depew and Dustin Sargent get together, and they stuff it in the wall. They keep going, though. Everything looks fine right now. One person I do not see. Hunter Crum. Hunter Crum did not make the call. So that's going to be an interesting one there, Darren. Back to your front here. Everybody kind of single filing right now. Billy Bowerman's still running second. Alex Hanna third. Bowerman's pulled away from Hanna. They've all three got about a 3-car length gap in between first, second, third. Fourth, Brandon Surratt. He could smell Alex Hanna, just can't quite get there. Move back. Got another good battle here going for 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. Anthony Goyette on the outside. Dustin Sargent at the bottom. Gerwitz, he's making moves. Gerwitz, I'm not sure where he started, but I know he came out of that B main, I believe.
Bowerman right now is looking at the back of Chris Jones's car, just praying for a mistake of some kind.
Yeah,
every time there's a little tiny bobble, Bowerman manages to suck right up on that tail tank a little closer.
Yeah, top 5 are running really smooth races right now. Only people I see running the bottom right now, it looks like Dustin Sargent's trying it out. Not very many. Tyler Street, he's struggling in the back, so this could be a big point shakeup tonight right now. Tyler Klaus, he moves up into 15th. Working on Street right now. Street's going to try to throw a slider, can't make it work. Klaus, oh, and they get together, and Street shoves him right up into the wall. Klaus flipping. No yellow, and then Street gets the right rear fed back. And then Standards gets into Street. Oh, and Standards is in the wall. That's a tough break for Klaus. Klaus was really making good moves there. Street just turned into a pinball. Let's see if we can go back and take a look at where this all started.
Tell you what, there's one person right now that is really, really thankful for that caution, and that's Chris Jones out front. Bowerman was all over his tail tank, and Alex Hanna was right there with him.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I kind of thought Hanna would get out early and start to walk away, but Chris Jones is definitely putting on a good fight. All right, here we go. Let's take a look here where all this started with Tyler Street and Tyler Klaus. Street threw a slider. Klaus said, no thank you. And Street just got him shoved in. Klaus went flipping, and then Street got another right rear and 1. And then Standards got together with somebody, got another right rear and 2. And then Standridge just got caught in the wall. Street got caught up. So just one of those chain effect things. It does look like Tyler Street is out. Tyler Klaus, he's also in the pits. See if he comes out. We're not halfway, so wave rounds are still in effect. I do not see Klaus coming out yet. Street gets his car fixed. He's coming out. Sargent's coming in the pits. He's going to get a fix. There's Klaus. Klaus will come out. Be interesting to see if they can come back, work their way back up. I believe Tyler Street's going to get on the lead lap, but Clouds did not make the call out of the pits in time. Let's see if he can get a wave around. He is eligible to get one, but it might be too late for this yellow. 1 to go, I believe. Yeah, we are 1 to go, so can't get him a wave around. That's unfortunate for him. Lap 17, 18 are going to be 22 laps to go. Chris Jones going to bring it down to green here. Fire is on him. Bowerman's all over the bumper. Jones with a great start. Alex Hanna with a great start. He's on the rear of Bowerman. Jones gets out to a nice little comfortable lead there. Oh, Bowerman gets loose. Alex Hanna's going to go to the outside. Bowerman's going to run a slider line. Hanna flinched on that one.
Hanna.
Yeah, I think he got a little scared. Bowerman said, hello. Hanna wanted no part of it. Hanna's going to return the favor. No, he will not. He will run the bottom. Bowerman's going to stay to the high side. Let's see if he can get the run.
The run he got down there.
Yeah, the bottom is there if he can just make it work. It takes a lot of patience. He gets out in the slick. That's not going to do it. Bowerman's going to run the high side still. Surrette's going to close up on Bowerman. So if Hanna can't make nothing work on the bottom, he does. He closes it in now. Hanna to second. Hanna's second. Bowerman third. Surrette fourth. Mason Muir up into fifth. Harmon right behind him, and Berlin in seventh. Oh, we got one in the wall.
Whoa.
Flipping down the front stretch. Did not see who that was. I believe that was Donald Depew. It was. I can get a replay real quick on that one. I think he just misjudged where the wall was. Yeah, come out of 4 and just hit the wall on his own and took a nice tumble. Blaine Brink also got in the wall. He tumbled down the front stretch. And then Dave Ward just takes his team out. Tyler Street going into 1. So, quite a bit of action there, actually. Dave Ward's going to call it. He parked it. Depew also parked it. Blaine Brink, he's still on track moving. He's okay. Tyler Street still moving. He's all right as well. Looks like Tyler Clouds does get his lap back, so he's going to get it just in time. Be interesting to see what he can do here with 20 laps to go. That's going to move him up into... He's actually going to get lucky with a couple cars going to the pits. It's going to move him up to 14, so still a chance for him yet. Going to be interesting now, Hanna up into second. See what he has for Chris Jones. Jones has ran a pretty flawless race so far, though. Sorry for not turning the screen back on there. I showed you a replay and all you were seeing was a black replay screen. So, anyways, you got the play-by-play of it, but I've got it back up now.
We know you're just intimidated by the awe of Knoxville Raceway.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. just remember that tomorrow, Darren. Just remember that tomorrow. Pace car's in, gonna have 16 laps to go here. Joe Dowd with, Chris Jones with the lead. He gets a huge jump. I think that's his best start yet. He's gonna pull out to a 3-4 car length lead. He gets a little loose off the corner. He doesn't need to keep doing that though. Ooh, Alex Hanna gets a little loose as well. See, we got a battle here for 6th, 7th, and 8th. Tyler Matheny looks under Goyette. Can't quite get it. Goyette's going to get the run on the outside. Gerwitz move him up to 8th. Aiden Berlin with a big slide job on Gerwitz. Berlin moves up to 8th now. Berlin, not a very good heat racer, but he always shows up in the mains. Move Matheny to 6th. Goyette to 7th. Berlin 8th. Goyette's going to return a slider on Matheny. He's going to take 6 back. Or 7. Yeah, 6. Sorry, I was correct. Matheny's going to return the favor again. See if he does slider. No, he does not. He stays low. Goyette's going to get the run back on the outside. See if
Got a lead change coming.
All right, Alex Hanna, he does take it. Sorry we missed that, but not sure what happened. Did Chris Jones make a mistake, or did Alex Hanna pull a slider?
Hanna just threw a nice, clean slider fairly late in the corner, too. I'm surprised he had the momentum to hang on to it.
Yeah, I was watching the battle for 6. Noticed they were throwing quite a bit of sliders. It's definitely there now. Hanna looks like he's got a great car now. He's starting to pull away from Chris Jones. I don't know if Jones is just losing the handle of that car or what's going on. Bowerman's in third. Caleb Harmon, no, look at him on the bottom. Oh, Goyette's flipping down the backstretch. No yellow yet. There it is. Let's see if we can take a look at that. Find Anthony Goyette here. I seen he was flipping down the backstretch. He is on his wheels, though, so... I will remember to give you the screen this time, so here we go. Goyette went high, Berlin got into Matheny, and Berlin went into Goyette. Yeah, Berlin and Matheny tried to use the bottom at the same time, and it definitely did not work. Goyette's the one unlucky recipient. Blaine Brink also flipping down the backstretch. Don't know if Berlin is out, so Berlin's not going to be able to return. Caleb Harmon, I think, is going to be one to watch here, Darren. He was making some moves there just before that caution, so it'll be interesting to see what he can do.
I think he found something out there on that last restart that nobody else has found yet, and that's the bottom of the track. There's still moisture down there. It's just taking a lot of patience and a lot of car control to keep that left rear down in the moisture. There's a lot of drive off the corner. It's just a matter of finding a way to get into the corner and not lose the bottom.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. He was down there on the bottom using it to his advantage. Tyler Klaus, we mentioned him earlier. He's up to 9th, so patience is paying off for him. Picking cars off one by one here, getting wrecks, making it work.
Tyler Street's back up to 11th.
Yeah, so it's starting to work for those guys. Street needs that, you know, with Crumb Crumb not making the call here. That's definitely going to hurt his points. I don't know if he had a computer issue or what happened there, but that's a tough break for Crumb. It's your teammate, Darren. Did you just park him or tell him he can't race no more or what? Fire him?
I'm not sure what's going on with him right now.
Yeah, it's a tough break. It's a problem with iRacing. If you get an internet or computer issue, it'll sideline you, and that can definitely hurt you for your points. The big advantage right now is going to be Alex Hanna. You know, he's leading. If he ends up leading here, that will be huge. And Alex Hanna got a massive start with 8 laps to go. Bowerman is all over Chris Jones for second. He says, I still want second place. Give it to me. Ooh, and he closes way in. If Bowerman can throw his slider.
Harmon, though, on the bottom.
Yeah, Harmon got a great run. He's going to look under Surratt here in the next corner. Bowerman keeps thinking about throwing a slider. Can't do it. Chris Jones is going to go down low. Bowerman's going to get a good run on the high side, just not quite enough. Harmon looking to the bottom again. Harmon can't. Oh, Harmon gets it. Surratt and Bowerman get together. Harmon's going to get 2 in one corner. Bowerman gets the wall. He gets off of it now. Harmon now makes a move on Jones. Harmon gets a little loose. Can't quite do nothing with it. Here it comes. Harmon's going to make another move on Jones in 3. Throws the slider. Gets it. Jones is going to cross back over. They're side by side coming down. 4 laps to go. Harmon now moves to the bottom. I think he might make it happen. They both get loose. He will give it to Harmon. Harmon is second with 4 coming down to 3 to go.
Don't look now. Yeah. Tyler Klaus.
Yeah, Tyler Klaus to the outside of Gerwitz. He's making his move. Going to go high again. Bowerman goes low. Bowerman gets spun. Oh, no. Big pile up. We got a massive one. That moves Klaus into 4th. Tough break for Billy Bowerman. He was having a good run. He just had a handful of drivers there at the end. Had a great run going, but that moves Hanna first, Harmon second, Jones third, and Klaus 4th. We're going to have a fight to the finish here on the screen, white checkered.
think this might actually be our first green-white checkered that we've seen in the UDSS 305 Silvers.
I think it might be our first one altogether.
I think we might have had one in the golds or
I think our
possibly
360
in the
did.
360s.
Yeah, I believe our 360 race had one. Our very first one, actually. This is definitely going to be an exciting finish here. Tyler, he was patient early on, and now he was starting to make the moves there as the laps wind down when he's seen an opening. Harmon looks good everywhere, so Alex Haney's going to have to try to get a great start, and if he does, he might have enough to hold him off here to the end.
I think this will actually lock Harmon into the Gold Series now if he can make this transfer stick.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. This will lock Harmon in. This will actually lock Tyler in as well, but he cannot race for a couple weeks in it, but I believe it will, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure on that one, but
Not sure if he has one or two transfers.
yeah, I think he's got two. I think this was the last one he needed, but yeah, and that'll look. I did not look at the points recently, but Klaus is coming for the top spot in points as well. I think he missed the first 2 weeks, but this will be another good points. We could definitely have a big point shakeup. Tyler Street's up to 7, so that's going to help his case a little bit. Car in front of him doesn't have a nose wing, so that'll be big. Alex Hanna does not get quite the big start he wanted. Harmon was all over him, ready for it.
Look at Klaus looking to the outside now on Chris Jones.
Klaus is going to go outside of Jones. Jones is going to try to block it. Klaus is going to get a great run down the backstretch. Let's see what he does here. Oh, he runs into the back of him. Klaus will go to the bottom. Throw a slider. He does have enough. He will make it stick. Move Klaus to third. Jones is still going to try to look for it. Doesn't have it. Surrett's going to look to the outside of Jones now for fourth. And Tyler Street up into sixth. Watch the front for me, Darren. See if anything exciting happens. Klaus still third. Jones fourth. And that was the checkered flag. That was it. Alex Hanna's going to win it. Harmon second. Klaus third. Jones fourth. And Surrett fifth. Tyler Street's going to make his way back up to sixth. Blaine Brinken seventh. Carl Deesh eighth. Goyette ninth. Timothy Tyler Matheny 10th. Brantley 11th. And Billy Bowerman 12th. Tough break for Billy. Ran up front all night long. I was really looking forward to interviewing him. He would have been a barrel full of excitement for sure.
Yeah, I cannot say enough about that charge from Klaus, though.
Yeah.
Last to third.
Yeah, that was
unbelievable.
Yeah, and he went to the back like 20 laps in with that tough break. So that was definitely huge to be able to make it back up from that after the start he had.
Looks like a few of the drivers are starting to hop in for post-race interviews.
Yeah, we'll see. Tyler will actually
a chance to gather their thoughts here.
Tyler will be the first one we talk to here. See if we can have a word with him.
All right, third place finisher tonight, going all the way to the back twice and still ending up third. That is Tyler Klaus of Riot Sim Racing. Tyler, you got a copy on us?
Yeah.
Tyler.
Right, impressive drive out there, buddy.
Yeah, I was just trying to make moves, just trying to follow what other people did, I guess. Happy I came up from the back, pretty clean, except getting put in the wall, but that's racing incident. I'm all good with that. I mean, stuff happens.
Yeah, you did a fine job. We were watching you all night. We knew you were going to make your way through the field. You were pretty patient. You looked real good. It was a tough break there about halfway in, but you were able to get on there at the end and make the moves at the right time. Man, a few words you are, but I think you've talked more in this interview than you have all year. So we're starting to get more words out of you, but it's an awesome job. This will definitely help you out for the points for sure. How did the car feel tonight?
And it was pretty loose on entry all night, but I sort of got it to stick on the top. Tried to go down the bottom a couple times, and it just wasn't down there all night. And then just started putting around the top, and just patience makes some moves. Just be patient.
Yeah, I know I was working with you the other day on that and just trying to show you what to do. You're definitely early on. You're a young kid and you've got a bright future ahead in iRacing for sure. Anybody you'd like to thank tonight?
To thank Riot Sim Racing for everything they do to help me out. I'd like to thank, Steve Muir for helping me learn lines and telling me really what to do. And I'd like to thank you for helping me earlier in the week just to learn this track better.
Yeah, no problem, buddy. Definitely look good, and I think that's your third lock-in, so that'll be good when you can run in the Gold Series again. And we look forward to seeing you, and look forward to interesting points chase here at the end of the season in the 305 Silvers with you. Thanks again there, Tyler. See if we can get our second place finisher, Caleb Harmon. Caleb, Billy up here in the booth, you got a copy on us? See if we get his mic going there. Caleb, can you hear us up there, buddy? Let's see. See, he's got his mic muted, so might not be ready to talk to us yet, but maybe we can talk to Alex while Caleb gets his figured out. Alex, are you with us?
Yeah.
All right, Alex. Nice win tonight. You had it pretty easy, it seemed like, for the most part. You're just riding it early on, fell back to third, and then once you got the lead, you didn't really have a challenge after that.
Yeah, no, I didn't. There throughout most of the race, I was behind teammate Billy Bowerman there, and just kind of stuck with him. Him and I talked, raced the same line and stuff, and after I got around him, just chased down the leader, and then after that, it was smooth sailing.
Yeah, you looked good. Tough break for Bowerman. He had a great race going and got an unfortunate event there at the end, but you definitely look good. This will help your points out. We seen Hunter Crum didn't make the call for the race, so if I'm not mistaken, without looking at him, I would believe that would move you in a second, if not the points lead. Tyler Street finished sixth, so it'll definitely be close between you three for sure still, but it's probably the night you definitely wanted for your points.
Yeah, for sure. Back to the Bowerman topic. Yeah, I was really hoping I'd see him up here in the top three with me, but tough break for him there. But just trying to chase points lead now.
Yeah, I wanted to interview Billy. I think he would have been a whole lot of excitement for us, and I know he would have been really excited to finish in the top three for sure. But
Yeah.
tough break. It's racing. That's what happens. But I think he should still be happy with the way he ran, for sure. Anything from you, Darren? You got any questions for Alex?
Nothing in particular. Just wanted to say you ran a heck of a race out there.
All
Yeah,
right.
thank you.
So you are already locked in the gold, but we'll see you again tomorrow night here at Knoxville. Anybody you'd like to thank?
Just my team, Sofa King Fast Sim Sports. We ran a lot of practice laps here. Just needed to know exactly where to run, so just want to thank them mostly for that.
Yeah, you definitely look good. So we'll see you tomorrow night, and good luck, buddy.
Yep, thank you.
Looks like Caleb might finally have his mic fixed
There
there.
we go.
Hey, now you can hear us. Caleb, nice run. I didn't see where you started. I don't have it on me right now, but
Seventh place.
seventh. So that's a nice charge from seventh to second. You looked really good there at the end. You definitely kind of had that bottom figured out more than anybody else.
Yeah, man. Alex inspired me to run that bottom. I was content up top, and I saw him go to the bottom. If he can do it, I can do it. I moved the wing back a little bit, went to the bottom, past 6th to 2nd, I think, where I went. Then that caution saved me. Had a chance, couldn't get it done, though.
Yeah, we were watching, me and Darren both, and we kept waiting for somebody to use the bottom, and you were one of the main ones that were making it work for sure. And then just didn't quite have enough for Alex there at the end. Probably needed a couple more laps to be able to wind him in and make a move on him.
I needed another lap or two, and he was in front of me, and I wasn't going to bump him out of the way for it. He's always ran me really clean. Lernerville, last time we side by side for the lead, I think. He ran me perfectly clean. I had no reason to run him dirty.
Yeah, that's always good when you can trust a guy like that and race with him nice and clean. I think this is your third lock-in though, so that should put you in permanently for the gold for the rest of the year.
Oh,
Not
I'm gonna
sure.
come for you guys now.
Yeah, not sure where that puts you in the points for silver, but I would think you should be top 5 for sure, up there quite a ways as well. So
I'm in third already, so I don't know. We'll see.
yeah, so that'll be interesting to see where you're at after this week. Hunter Crum didn't make the race. He did start the A, but he didn't make the call, so he's going to get a last place finish there. So that's definitely going to shake everything up.
Yes,
Yeah,
it will.
with drop weeks included, we had you at fourth starting this week, and you were ahead of 2 of the people above you, so that should
Yes.
close the gap, and it was not a very large gap.
Oh,
Yeah, so with drop weeks included, you might be top 2 now. So points battle's definitely heating up here with the Silver Series. They got 4 races left. It'll be interesting to see how it finishes out.
yes, sir.
Caleb, anybody you'd like to thank tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Ohio Psych Works, Aaron Gerwitz, Timothy Brantley, Jason Kratke, Byron McDonald. We practiced all week. I mean, that's the BLCSS team, and we're consistent finishes recently, and we're doing pretty good.
Yeah, all the guys you mentioned showed up this week for sure. So you guys definitely did good, and congrats on your second place. We'll see you tomorrow night in the Gold Series, and good luck with that one.
All right, thank you.
All right, Darren, another successful night in the 305 Silvers. Had a good turnout, good race, quite a few battles throughout the field. Anything you want to add tonight?
I can't say enough about how these guys drove this race tonight. I mean, we had a few cautions, but for the most part, everybody was trying to race as clean as possible. They put on a great show. A couple times it seemed like the track was going to turn into one lane, and then a couple guys would go to the bottom or shift their line a little bit and really make a race of it. So, congratulations to our top 3. Looking forward to seeing them tomorrow night.
Yeah, it was definitely a good race for sure. Hopefully, put on a good race for all the fans and everybody watching on YouTube and pushing the Cushion Productions. We will see everybody tomorrow night at 9 Eastern for the 305 Gold started off, and then 10 Eastern for probably a little later than 10 Eastern, but right around 10 Eastern for the 360 series. Also here at Knoxville. Looking forward to having another outstanding turnout crowd in the 360s like we have been, and hopefully we can get some decent cars for the 305 Golds as well. Be nice to see 20 car field for that, but either way, I think it'll put on an exciting show. A lot of fast guys in the Gold, so Darren, if you got nothing else, I'll send it out of here, and we will see everybody tomorrow.
Yeah, I think that concludes everything. From all of us here at Pushing the Cushion Productions and United Dirt Sim Series, we appreciate you joining us tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow.